ToyToynado!
Hi, I'm Anthony. I'm an eco-warrior, I'm a world watcher, and I'm the only Planeteer to get a more useless ring than Marty. And with me is a man who once jumped into toxic waste in hopes of gaining super strength to beat up his corrupt small-town mayor, an R-rated character in a PG-13 world. It's Pete. Hey Pete,
Hey, Anthony.
wasn't the early 90s just a wild time?
Dude, that's like 30 years ago. Mind blown.
Kids' cartoons really started to develop a conscience, an environmental conscience. Heck, even G.I. Joe action figures had their own environmental sub-theme.
Oh, I feel like someone's gonna mention a certain power team when they powers combined.
And they all tried to teach us a message about looking after the planet.
Looking after the world like a planeteer?
You had Widget the World Watcher,
You just couldn't let me have that one. Made my voice go higher and higher to give you the clues.
you had Captain Planet,
Are you literally toying with my emotions right now?
and today's action figure comes from the short-lived series,
Dude, I can see you laughing.
and dare I say, cult classic, Toxic Crusaders. But who have we got, Pete? Which Crusader do we have? Spin that box, show us who it is.
I am a hobbyist professional. He will not break my chains. I don't know, Anthony. Who do we have behind the box?
It's everyone's favourite radioactive dog, Junkyard.
Wait. I've opened up the thing and he's now facing backwards. Do it again.
That's right, Pete. It's everyone's favourite radioactive dog, Junkyard, from the 1991 Toxic Crusaders toy line. So Pete, what do you remember about Toxic Crusaders?
I remember running home from school, turning on the TV in the afternoon and being very disappointed that Toxic Crusaders took over Ninja Turtles.
Would it surprise you to know that the entire Toxic Crusaders cartoon series lasted for only 13 episodes?
No, not at all. In fact, it's probably 13 episodes too many. No, it's been a little bit harsh. Maybe 6 episodes. But you know what? In all fairness, even the Ninja Turtle cartoon went too far. That could have stopped at season 6, I reckon. Yeah, probably.
And even though it only lasted for 13 episodes, we got 9 incredibly weird action figures. So according to the Club Fred episode of Toxic Crusaders, Junkyard is what you get when a homeless man and a stray dog lie down in toxic waste in an electrical storm. Tragic, but also wacky.
And it's not 90s if it's not got a little bit of wacky in it.
Okay, Pete, let's have a look at the figure. The details on this are really good, and it's no wonder because they were done by the same toy line as the Ninja Turtles. The colours are incredibly vibrant, and the detail of the fur and just the patterns on it looks amazing. Admittedly, some of the features on them could be painted a little better, but it still looks very cool. So when you look at him, obviously his action feature is his weird rubbery tongue. Now Pete, you had one of these as a kid as well.
I did. Because someone confused Junkyard with a Ninja Turtle toy and I got it as a present. But here's the thing about toys and cartoons. You don't have to like the cartoon, but you can love the toy. This was a very cool toy growing up.
And you remember something about this weird tongue thing that I don't.
From what I remember, you were able to wind the tail up at the back and the tongue would then wind with it so you could put it back in its mouth. Now here's my sad story about growing up. One time we all went to bed, Mum had some friends over, and then someone was playing with my toy and they broke the tongue. So the wind feature never happened. And then when I woke up and found this, I said, is he going to buy me a new toy? Mum looked at me and said, don't be ridiculous. And that was the end of it. So the Junkyard that I have is damaged. But gee, I love him still.
I'll be honest, Pete, I don't remember that being a thing at all. I do remember on the back of the packet it showed that you could roll up the tongue and put it in the mouth, but that was about it.
And I'll be even more honest, Anthony. I've actually did some research, and I believe the feature that I talked about and gave the childhood memory, it was in my head. I must have dreamt it and really believed that it happened. I cannot find anywhere that mentions he could wind up his tongue with his tail.
Alright, Pete, let's have a look at the articulation. So as we were just talking about, you've got the weird rubbery tongue, so he's got a mouth that opens wide and closes. So the articulation's actually at the joint in the jaw. His shoulders turn up and down. Looking at him straight on, his left elbow turns side to side, and his right hand rotates. He does have this joint at the waist, but it doesn't really do anything. And just like the Ninja Turtles, he has ball joint hips. No, Pete, I never took his legs off. And he also has a tail that can spin all the way around. Let's have a look at Junkyard's accessories. The Toxic Crusaders came with so many weird things. Now the line had two gimmicks, glow-in-the-dark toxic ooze and glow-in-the-dark weapons. Unfortunately, I have long since lost Junkyard's glow-in-the-dark weapon. I believe it was a stick that clicked onto his gun.
Nah, this one I know. It was a club with a nail stuck at the top of it.
So he had a lime green gun that looked like it's made out of a dog food can and a whole bunch of bones, and there's this weird little creature sitting on the hilt. He came with an orange chain belt, which has like a bug hanging off the back with a knife and a fork. It's very reminiscent of Leatherhead's belt from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that we did earlier. He also came with a green spiked bone. He also came with a weird weapon that was two bones joined together, which had a sticker flag on it that said, "Take a bite out of grime." Unfortunately, I have also long since lost that accessory. I really feel like Playmates took a leaf out of their collection of Ninja Turtles to give all these different characters some amazing accessories. Weird, wonderful, but all very much themed to the characters.
And I think to wrap it up, we say a simple statement that there was some crazy stuff in the 90s. To name a few, biker mice from Mars,
Let's rock and ride.
street sharks.
Jawsome!
Like, subscribe, tell us who your favourite Toxic Avenger was in the comments.
Toxic Crusader, Pete. Toxic Avenger was the movie.
We're still trying to hit that 50. I would recommend that you get family members, friends, just to hit the subscribe button. Just say do it. They don't have to watch it. We just need their numbers. A revolution cannot happen unless you have the numbers.